Now a couple of technical difficulties there at the first attempt of the race. So we now have a custom grid. All the top 10 drivers should be starting on the same tyres that they qualified in. Hopefully they've all stuck to the rules. And crew, we've lost one of the drivers there. If you don't mind updating us, please.
Yeah, we've lost Dome Vista. I'm not sure why. He was showing us online, and then all of a sudden he wasn't, so he's unfortunately missed out. But
that's an unfortunate thing.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, exactly. We look forward to seeing him now for the next round, for round 5. But yeah, so at the moment, all the drivers, they need to be careful with these restarted races to reload their setup. People can get caught out by that. Shane, what do you think of that?
Drivers aren't, just to put on that point, especially if drivers don't give their fellow racers opportunity to make sure that they're on the right tyre and on their setup's loaded. So we do ask just to give about 10-15 seconds. If you're ready to go, give about 10-15 seconds and then just hit ready up, and that should give people more than enough time to get their setup all done. Just to highlight about on the tyre situation, the top 10 have to start on the same tyre they qualified in Q2. Anyone outside the top 10 can start on whatever tyre they want. So some of them may have started on softs in the first run. They can go onto the mediums or hard. So it's only the top 10 that need to...
Quickly, Shane, just having a look at the group chat there, it looks like Bubbers can't start on the mediums. It's not giving them a chance to select that. So a few drivers might be experiencing that now themselves. So hopefully they figured it out.
Why that is? What he needs to do when he doesn't have the time is, because his stint is shown soft.
He's got mediums.
We got 5 lights on the thing now. They're away. There we go. The Renault's not having a slow start there in third place. All's coming up now. Bubber seems to have got a cracking start there. They're all side by side. There's a car in the wall on the exit there in turn 1. Coming down now to the hard braking zone into turn 2. Looks like it's all getting a bit packed up there. Alpha and AlphaTauri having a bit of contact. We've got a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car there. That looked like though it was Bono stuck in the wall on the exit there of turn 1. He might have just got pushed out. There's a Williams after slowing the pack down there. They're all slow there now. There's front wing damage and all there now at the back. We got Killer 94 trying to stop there. A bit of shenanigans going on under this VSC. You can see there the pack is now split into 2. So that's an interesting one. It looks like a few people have got caught out there now with that one there as well. But we're back up now towards the leaders now. We got TK Man 1 second behind Bubbers there. Anthony Stan there, half a second behind him. So yeah, a bit of a hectic start, lads.
Yeah, it looks like there was an awful lot of debris flying around. You wouldn't want to be a marshal standing around anywhere near turn 1, turn 2 there. So yeah, there was a bit of contact. There was VSC already, so there will definitely be looked at after the race. I'm sure there'll be people not happy with that. So you can see Spectre is down in P18, so I think he started in the top 10. And can you actually see the position change there? Can you get that up?
Yeah, I'll get that up now.
See how Spectre lost 11 places.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah.
So TKD man's made a few positions as well from P5, wasn't it? So P4, P5.
P5, yeah. Roberts had a great start here, I must say, but TKD man's all over his gearbox now going to turn 2.
That's what I mentioned earlier about the tyres.
Side by side for the lead.
Is TKD man's on?
What a fantastic move.
Yeah, fantastic. And this is something that TKD man's in the perfect position. For me, this is what I'd be doing. Starting on soft tyre, pulling out this advantage now. He's going to be lapping about a second a lap quicker. He should be out of DRS range by the time lap 3 starts, and then he should pull away. It was similar to the ALR race there in Silver with Lee Miet. Actually, he was so fast on the softs, he basically had a full pit stop advantage over the guys that started on medium. So I think TKD man now is in a great spot. Like, he's already 9/10 up, so he's more than likely going to be over that second delta down for the start of lap 3. And he should be well able to pull away there now.
One thing for us to keep an eye on for the duration of this race is Spectrive exits the pit lane now in last place, 19th. He's got the hards on. He's the only one in the field with the hards. It's the absolute correct decision to take those tyres now. Because that's him now. But he can just sit down, settle in and just stick in as many qualifying laps as he can now, all the way to the end. See where
those hards are bulletproof. He'll get to the end. But another safety car later on in this race will bring him back into play, and he can change his tyres to, you basically get a free pit stop, and that will bring him back into the field. But you can see Bubbles now is over a second behind, 1.1 seconds. Well, I'm slightly behind you guys, so
Big Knuckles trying to have a look there in turn 1, but decides not to on his teammate Anthony there into replace. The front there just seems to be settling to a nice old rhythm there. Looks like Big Knuckles is trying to give his teammate the old hint, get the team orders. Oh, it looks like he's out there breaking himself, hits the rear of him, takes out Alpha Stan into the corner. They're both after washing to the inside wall. Big Knuckles after losing some wing there. That's just a disaster for the two guys. Big Knuckles wide there as well. That's madness. Alpha Stone will not be happy at all. They're actually still battling on the track there now. Big Knuckles needs to give him a bit of space because he's after ruining Alpha Stone's race. He does let him by there, but shocking. Oh well, look, that's what happens. You're trying hard and the rear just comes away from you.
Alpha Stones have been unfortunately been in the wrong place at the wrong time there, and just been collected by Big Knuckles' spin there, unfortunately now. But I don't know if he has wing damage compared to. I know that Big Knuckles definitely has a good bit of wing damage, but I'm sure Alpha Stones has a bit of wing damage too. I just couldn't see any on the end plates there.
Yeah, he's lost his left hand down the plate as Alpha Stones.
Right. We're on board down here now. We're happy to be here, all the way down in 14, trying to make a comeback there. Shadow Moody running wide there in 15th in the background. But yeah, happy to be here, trying to make a move on Bono Candy now. Trying to get a good run now. Important to get a good run now out of the last corner. Very hard though.
To me to keep an eye on is Eltamar. Eltamar now, he is up to P5. He is the last of those medium runners in the top 5 there, but he's within the DRS zone, a Liverpool fan, and depending on how quick he can get through these medium guys in front will dictate if he will win this race or not compared to TKD man. I suppose on the softs he's already up to nearly a 2-second lead on these soft tyres.
Just talking about TKD man, he's already incurred a 3-second penalty, so he's already effectively a second behind Bubbers already.
That is true.
So he needs to keep it clean, keep it tidy, let the tyres do the work, don't overdrive. It's very easy to overdrive this track.
It is. It's 100%.
It's kicking off in the YouTube chat there now. Ken saying, here we go again. Ken as well, after catching out Anthony on the mediums with a question mark, and then Equaz there saying people will serve a penalty for wrong tyres accordingly. Ho ho ho. So let's see how it goes. We'll obviously have a stewards inquiry after the race on these tyre situations, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the group chat says hello. Everyone listening there, say hello as well. We'll give a bit of a shout out to all our fans out there around the world actually as well. Quite a good field and talented many country drivers in this league.
Yeah, we have over 40 drivers now, and drivers from pretty much all over the world. Yeah, South America, Canada, United States, all over Europe, Middle East.
Our resident Venezuelan, I believe, Alberto's Venezuelan. Apologies if he's not. My bad, but talk about him. He's just put in the fastest lap, and he's making hay while the sun shines. Is Alberto trying to catch up to the back of Eltamar while he's on the medium?
Yeah.
Having a look again there, Liverpool. Sorry, I'm happy to be here. He's struggling trying to get past Bono. We've seen him 2 laps in a row now, trying to break him on the inside on turn 1, and just wasn't confident enough under the brakes, and Bono came swooping back around the outside, and then on this lap trying it the opposite way around, trying to go down the outside, but again Bono just giving him a bit of a run wide, all fair and love and war is not too bad, no contact and a bit of space between them. But yeah, good racing going on, even down for 12th and 13th.
Yeah.
On board now with Eltamar with Liverpool, so.
How long's the pit stop here, Shane? I forget, is it?
It's about 27 seconds, about 20...
It's a 37 speed limit here.
Right,
I believe.
60 kilometre an hour, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is. But yeah, it's about 20, yeah, 20, you'd rather have a 27 second advantage going into the pits. It all really depends on how quick, you know, the tyre change is, and how fast I suppose the driver is on track as well that you're trying to get ahead of, you know.
Yeah.
But, it's about 25 and 27 seconds, I'd say, would be kind of the gap you're looking to get, you know. No, I think with the problem with Eltamar is now he's in a DRS train, which can happen around here. He's within the DRS of Liverpool fan is in the DRS of Anthony Stan's in the DRS now of Bubbers. And then there's that 3 second gap now. TKD man, if I was in his position, I would have been hoping for a bit bigger of a gap, 6-7 seconds I'd be hoping for now, to use that second a lap tyre advantage that he has. And then as you said, Crew, he already has a 3 second penalty as well, so he's only a net 3/10 up the road, you know.
This is very, very reminiscent of our Tier 1 race. Obviously, completely different conditions. You have the leader a good 2 to 3 seconds ahead, and then you've got
Anthony Stan,
a blanket between 2 to 5.
Sorry, Crew. Yeah. Anthony Stan blasting by Bubbers there with the help of the ERS and the DRS down that back straight there. Sorry there, Crew.
No, that's absolutely fine, mate. Yeah, you can throw a blanket on the 2nd to 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, the forced in there. He's in the wall. He's up there breaking his wheel. We caught that on the live feed there in the background. There's a safety car called in this Grand Prix on lap 7. The leaders have just gone past the pit lane, but is anyone going to try and come in, take advantage of this now? It'll obviously help the second.
Be the call for me now.
Here we go, Alpha Stone.
Go 20 laps. Get in, get your medium tyres, and
absolutely.
Yeah, you're done for the rest of the race there.
Alpha Stone's in there now. He's the first one into the pit lane, able to take advantage. That's fantastic news for the guys who were caught up with their VSC on lap 1 there after splitting the pack in 2. They're going to be able to catch up as well. Alpha Stone getting a new front wing.
Faz with a 5 second penalty for a severe collision with Mala 27 under safety car, so we'll have to have a look at that just to make sure.
Haas is out there pulling a disaster here. Malia is in 11th, and then Bono is having the queue in the pit lane, hemorrhaging time to the guys behind, but he's already a little bit behind. We definitely won't be happy about that. Malia's only leaving the pit lane now. Holy moly, this is just terrible news. And he's got a 5 second penalty to serve as well. My apologies for laughing, but that is just a double whammy. At least a set of hards are going on, so hopefully he can go to the end of the race.
Going on the mediums there. But what I'd say, and this is where I was mentioning earlier on about starting the soft over the mediums, and it all depends on where the safety car falls. The guys in the mediums here at lap 7, they can't go on the soft to the end of the race. The soft won't last 20 laps, so that means their only alternative is to go onto the hards. Where the guys that started on the hard tyre, a soft tyre I should say, can now get onto the medium tyre to the end of the race. So they had a softer tyre at the start, and now they also will have the softer tyre for the rest of the race.
This is what I was saying to you before. If I'd have applied what I said, what I would do, this would be perfect for me, because I'd be banging the hards on now to the end.
The leaders in the pit lane.
Sorry, my apologies. The mediums to the end. From the soft start.
Yeah, so that's what I would have been doing as well. Yeah.
So this is working out pretty well for NASCAR up into P7 as he goes into the pits.
Yeah.
This is his opportunity now to get back up there.
Yeah, and TK man, he's on the mediums now, as you say, Shane. Obviously he's done his homework as well. He knows what you're saying. They're taking your advice, going on to them mediums. But Anthony Stan, Liverpool, Craig, caught out. They're already out in them mediums, so they're gonna get caught out now. Maybe have to do a green flag pit stop now. So
that's either a potential green flag pit stop, or if they're gonna come in and go on hard, which they'll of course get to the end of the race. That's no problem. But the issue is being on the slower tyre, so you're going to be at a disadvantage now for the rest of the race. Again, more safety cars. There's an awful lot can happen from now to the end. There could be extra safety cars. And what I will say as well, being on medium for 20 laps, it's not going to be easy at the end. You will have a bit of tyre wear. You should be able to get there, no problem. But if there is a car on fresh tyres that over those last couple of laps, you've no defence. You're just hoping you have a big enough gap that you can stay ahead, because they'll once they're in their DRS zone, they'll just have so much more traction out of the last corner, and they'll breeze through.
Looks like Happy stayed out there. I'm questioning that. He should have come in really. He's on the 7-lap-old softs, P6, but now he's gonna.
Yeah, somewhere in Singapore this would be, I suppose he's going for track position, but this is not really a track where track position is that important because you can overtake, especially with that DRS zone out of the last, that goes out of turn 1. Doesn't actually start until the kink in turn 1.
I think if he went in now, he'd do well to come out in the top 10.
Yeah.
Just want to say hello to all our guys on the chat there. We got a big thumbs up there from Spidey there, listening from Ireland, the nice country there in the middle of the ocean. We got neighbours in the UK as well. Spidey, hopefully the few eggs are being cracked here, the omelet's coming along nicely.
No seasoning required here, mate. Plenty of seasoning.
Exactly. He's also commenting then as well that the Haas pit crew are the best in the business. We were on board at that. They tell you now, Mercedes in Germany would be jealous of that pit stop, I guarantee you that one. Toto Wolff is reeling around now watching this race himself. Yeah, Equal saying unlucky to Faz, 2 pits under the safety car. We didn't actually catch that on our live stream. And yeah, Ken is there. Ken is in there saying people just do not like this track. So yeah, great stuff by everyone commenting. Keep the comments coming in. You know, take the chats and the banter. Here's one for you though, guys, with NASCAR, right? In Monza, he that old saying, you can't draw blood from a stone, but he could get tires out of a worn Pirelli. I give him that one now, you know. So he might be able to pull this off.
Well, yeah. I think he absolutely will pull it off because he's buying himself a bit of time with the safety car. Well, he's not running full whack, so he's getting an extra lap or 2 out of his tyres that way. As is everyone else. But his advantage is that his ability to wrap them bad boys in cotton wool and carry them all the way to the end. Just keep an eye on your fuel this time, NASCAR.
Yeah, Jane, I don't think that has to be definitely make the highlight reel at the end of the year, I tell you.
Yeah. Just looking at like the net positions, alright, so you have the top 3 that they're all on 8-lap all mediums, so they do have to stop again, and then you have TKD man on the medium tyres and should get to the end on these medium tyres. Bubbers then is in P5 with a net P2 on the hard tyres. He has no doubt getting to the end there as well. Happy 8-lap all softs. He's going to have to pit in the next probably 3 or 4 laps. Safety car is in this lap.
Yeah, bit of a late call there again.
And then you have NASCAR, as you were saying there. So NASCAR is in a good position at the moment. Same with Alberto as well. Yeah.
The leader looks like he's trying to get a quick and early jump. All the guys at the back there, dilly-dallying through the Mickey Mouse chicane, just through it there. And the leader's coming out onto the pit straight now, and they're back under green. Great start by Anthony there. Liverpool, not too bad. Craigie there in third place. Maybe a little bit caught napping, but he might be alright then going down here as long as he's got some good ERS to deploy. We got a Racing Point looking at a Red Bull as well into the NASCAR fan. Great move. Yeah. We have a Red Bull actually back in the...
Jay's gone.
Yeah, it looks like he's had...
Collision at the back, contact at the back, sorry. You look like it's between fancy and artistic.
You're alright, you're alright.
Killer James off in that as well, was it?
Looks like he's retired, looks like he had an accident.
Yeah, on the pit straight there, looks like. Alberto is wide. Alpha's up his inside now to this sweeping right-hander. Give each other space, lads. Fair play. Nice and clean. Anyone else there? Looks like Bubbers. TK. Oh, TK is around. TK man is around. He is... he is lost. He's dropping down the field. We're just after catching him there. Absolute disaster for the man himself.
Contact from Bubbers, was it? I thought it
yeah.
At the very end.
Stealing defeat from the jaws of victory right there, I think.
I tell you, that's a bit of a shocker. Now we just caught it a little bit when we were scrolling through the feed, and I had to try and catch back up. We have Bono on the inside of his teammate there. They're both the two Hasses having a battle.
Just between those two lads there, there was no need. Just like, obviously we didn't see it, and I'm sure we will see it over the next couple of days. I'm sure it will be put through, but there's so much more of this race left. There's 17 laps, and they're in prime position. The guys in front of them are going to have to stop, you know, in the next 5, 6, 7 laps. Maybe, I suppose they're on mediums. They'll probably get to lap 20 or so, but there's no need, and especially in a corner like that. There's just no need for any kind of
big knockouts going for move on Shadow. The slides better over, but pulls out the last second. Dodgy into the braking zone. He's compromised his exit there. The two Hasses now trying to get a run on him. Haas trying to sweep it around the outside, but the inside is a quicker way around that corner. All status quo there now. They settle themselves back down. Sorry about that, Shane. Just a bit of battling there.
You're all good. You're all good. Yeah, no, I'm just making that point there about lap 10 at 27 on fresh tyres. These are going to the end. There's a couple of guys in front that realistically are 25 seconds behind you, if you think about it. You know what I mean, with their pit stop. Like, just a calm head and just say, right, there's no need to make. Obviously, if maybe there was a mistake in front and there was an opportunity and he went for it. But again, it's just speculative at the moment because you only really seen the result of it, and you can't really make assumptions about what happened beforehand. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that the two guys were looking to have a great race and
Alphastone's all over the back of Bubbers as they're going into the last two corners here.
We've just got on board of the now crew, yeah.
I'm assuming Bubbers has a bit of wing damage. I think he has some on the left end plate there.
He has got the hard tyres on as well, so
yeah, that'd be like steering a ship through the water. That would be how poor the grip would be at the front.
Well, I think he fell foul of not properly warming his tyres up. Really, regardless of the track, regardless of the tyre wear, I'll know this better than most. Like my tyres are from cotton wool. You've got to over warm up those hards, otherwise they're just useless. May as well be driving a shopping trolley around at the start.
Yeah.
Yellow flag sector 2. Faz is out of the Grand Prix. Didn't catch it there now on our stream here, but yeah, Faz is out of the Grand Prix.
It's at the end of the long sweeping left, the first sector.
May have very well had a tank slapper on, trying to go around the outside of someone there, but that's it. That's game over for Faz. So they're dropping like flies now at the moment. We've Eltamar DNF in 19th, Killer J 18th. Faz now is going to drop to 17th. Artistic could be in with a set of points at the end of this race if they keep battling the way they are.
All he's got to do is stay on the track, let everyone else do it themselves.
Yeah. Looking at it here now, NASCAR fan now he's now the driver in an FP1, and we were just talking about there a couple of laps ago he was in an FP4, just with the collision there between Buggers and TKD man. That opened up a few positions there for him. So let's see how he does. He's a couple of seconds off Craigie and Liverpool, and obviously Anthony in front. So it's not over yet because these guys are probably going to try to get to lap 18, lap 19 to get onto the soft tires for the end. So
yeah. No, as you say there, Shane, that the hards will probably come into their own maybe near the end there when the mediums start to go off. But Alvastone's looking very menacing behind Bubbers there, especially in the turn one. He thought better of it. I think he's realising that he does have a pace advantage. And he's just picking and choosing his time. NASCAR fan is in front just under a second, so that will be waning on Alvastone's mind. He needs to get by Bubbers and after NASCAR, try and keep within that DRS, which is just being broken now by NASCAR to Bubbers. So let's see how these two guys now, Bubbers and Alpha, get on now down the back straight. Again, ERS, DRS open now as well. Looks like Alpha has got a fantastic run and he's blasting boys. Miles gone now before they get to the corner. You can just concentrate in his braking zone and getting after NASCAR fan now.
Alpha Sons needed that. He needed that 3 laps ago, really, so he can keep tabs on NASCAR. Because of his time penalty, he might have got more than one by now, but we know for certain he's got 3 seconds. He's effectively 4.5 behind NASCAR, so he needed to get past there.
Yellow flag in sector 1 there. I'm not sure what that's for. We've got a Liverpool fan, it looks like. Liverpool fan is spun on the exit of the last corner. He's in the grass. He's got front wing damage. He's thrown it away. Holy moly, what is going on with these guys? Dropping like flies out here.
And it's probably the worst part of the track to get that wing damage, because now he's doing an entire lap before getting back to the pits.
Can I just say there's Shane, Alpha Stone is only 2/10 off NASCAR fan now coming through turn 3 into turn 4.
Yeah.
That is, NASCAR must have had an awful exit of the last corner as well. Battles on now for the lead. Fantastic. We were only saying there it could have happened a lap or two ago before him, but NASCAR fan has let him reel him back in. There's a great battle going on for the net lead, as you say, Shane.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Unfortunately, there's been a few things that have kind of led to this situation, but sure, like, you know, you just got to keep your nose clean.
Sorry, Shane, I sent you an invite there in case you weren't in the race yourself.
Yeah.
I think we might. Him one before.
You did, yeah. I hadn't seen it yet.
Next time I'm charging you. I'll invoice you.
Spec Drive now in 6th. He was down near the back of the field at one stage before this safety car, if my memory serves me correctly. And he's up in the 6th place with his hearts. I don't think he's stopped yet.
He has. He
has stopped. My apologies.
Yeah, he stopped at lap 2 from what I remember. He was spun in the first corner, was down in 19th and made an early pit stop and hasn't pit since.
He's reeling in bubbers. Absolutely reeling in bubbers, using his energy there just going to braking zone.
Alpha Stone has got past NASCAR.
Bubbers wide at that apex. That just allows Spectre to reel him right in. Bubbers is taking his corners wide. It must be his hards aren't working for him.
But Spec Joy's hards are 12 laps old, Bubbers are 6.
It's difficult to get these hards to work at a track where tyre wear isn't a thing, you know. And Spec Drive now has effectively got a brand new set of mediums on.
Yeah.
The wing damage doesn't have as well, but yeah.
Of course, definitely. Yeah.
Alpha Stone's now in prime position of this race.
He has now. He's got past NASCAR now.
Clean air in front.
Yellow flag sector 3. We have, it looks like Shadow. No, not Shadow, my apologies. It's artistic being left. I think he's just keeping out of the way of some guys there. I was given the false yellow flag.
There's a few 5-second time penalties on the first lap there.
Back on board a Spec Drive now anyway. In DRS on with Bubbers. Although Bubbers will be on the ERS now himself, I'd say. Try and keep
he's not. He's saving it up. He's saving it up.
Okay. That was one thing I was racing with General there on Monday. And the guy was complaining about his straight line speed, but little did he know that I was full rich and ERS down every single one of them straights, and then lean through the middle sector, you know. So yeah, it's just mad, you know, if you can deploy it obviously to defend and also attack, you know. But if both of you are in that, as you say, Shane, earlier on, a DRS train, or one guy's doing a little bit then the other, it can be quite difficult to get that drive off these corners and to make that move.
Especially getting the traction out of the corners in the wet as well, you know, it's difficult. In your instance there with General Lone.
There we go, Spec Drive on Bubbers. Oh, there's a bit of contact down the straight. Spec Drive's into the wall, losing a bit of front wing. Not too happy about that.
I'm not sure if they made contact with each other there, I'm not convinced.
It looked like Spec Drive was making a move.
Himself into the wall.
I was watching it we were watching it from the TV cameras here, so we weren't on board with them. But he's after doing himself in now, coming into the pit lane. Yeah, he's coming into the pits. Try not to lose as much time. Yeah.
You nearly done what I done there on Monday.
Well, I'd be able to put softs on now and just give it hell. That is speeding in the pit lane, oh dear.
Lordy, lordy. It doesn't rain, it pours.
Craigie in the pits. Anthony Stan in the pits.
Yeah. Looks like there's a
there
few.
We now have the net. This is our track positions now at the top. The Bubbles was showing great pace all through qualifying. He has that wing damage, so I suppose he still has a bit of a gap there to Alberto in P4, who's also having a very good race.
We're on board. We're watching Shadow Mooney down here with Tilmo. He's the closest car to the car in front on track, just about in DRS range. So if Tilmo doesn't keep his eyes and his mirrors down this straight, he might be under pressure into this braking zone. That exit definitely didn't help him. Shadow as well, though, a bit eager. Shadow's on new softs, so he might be able to get a good braking zone in here. But it looks like the Tilmo is on his ERS, or definitely able to keep in front of him down the straight.
Just looking at that there, NASCAR with 14 positions gained during the race. He's making a very good habit of, moving up during the race. As we mentioned earlier on, in Monza, he started near the back and crossed the line in first. And Singapore as well, he'd made a good 10 plus positions, and he's done it again here today. Now, situation today is a bit different from the previous ones, but still he's shown very, very good pace in the race and just keeping his nose out of trouble. And yeah, sure, he's only 3 seconds off the lead at the moment.
See, Alberto's got into the pit lane there. I'm not sure why. He must have a bit of wing damage. He also picked up a 5-second penalty in the process, so he can stick the softs on at least and give it hell.
Yeah, these what I've noticed, especially in Tier 2, is the pit lanes are causing an awful lot of trouble. People with speeding and things like that. I've lost count of the number of speeding in the pit lane penalties that have popped up on screen.
We said it on our previous cast there for qualifying that was one of the main issues. It was one of the main things drivers needed to keep an eye on and keep themselves wise to, is that pit entrance. And then obviously coming down to that, as you say, Shane, when you ran wide on that, and then also coming down to the pit speed limit. It's quite easy to just do yourself, catch an easy penalty, We have Spec Drive now, we're on board of him. He's only 2/10 behind TKD man, so he's Spec Drive's on new softs, TKD man's on medium wear mediums. Spec Drive trying to get the drive now out onto the back straight here. DRS open. Looks like TKD man's after getting a good drive out of that corner though, so it might be a bit dodgy down into the braking zone. Blocking the inside, beautifully done, lads.
Yeah.
I'll try and over the other switch around. Yeah, go ahead, Craig.
Just having a look there. We've got 5 speeding in the pit lane penalties so far.
There you go.
Mickey Mouse chicane with these two boys. Sorry, lads, they're side by side going through there. Look at it, into the last corner. Looks like TKD man may have just given him that position, if I'm honest. It looked like he just kind of lifted off a little bit, probably realised. That's good heads up driving though.
Yeah, he probably notices that, Spec Drive is on a brand new set of softs, he's on the medium tyre. Is it worth losing time? He's probably looking at Alberto behind as well, who's 4 seconds behind with a fresh set of softs as well. Probably just knowing where to pick and choose your battles, which is something that you do need to think about when you're racing. But I did notice as well, Alpha Stones did get a 3-second penalty there on the last lap. So these penalties could change, as we've seen on Monday. Where you finish on track is not necessarily where you finish at the end of the race, so and penalties can be quite costly, and there's Alberto now with another 3-second penalty as well, so you'll start seeing these pop up now, especially with these guys on fresh softs. They're on a fresh tyre, they're pushing, they're trying to gain as many positions as they can before the end of the race, and then when you're pushing it and overdriving, as was mentioned earlier on, that's where these kind of track extends and these track limits penalties come in. I'm sure you could, if you you could get, you could find yourself making 2 or 3 mistakes over a lap, and that's 3 seconds straight away there.
Very easy to piece, like sure, as you say, Shane, to piece a couple of penalties together, warnings together, and incur yourself a penalty. 3 corners in a row, aka Lemony Tang last night, Janie Mack had done it about 3 times. Stupid penalties.
24 seconds worth of penalties here.
Stupid penalties.
Say you were one penalty away from a disqualification there on Monday.
I'd say I was. I didn't get the warning though, but I definitely was pushing my luck.
Just noticed there. Sorry,
go on, sorry. After you, mate.
Go ahead. I was about to say in the. Sorry, you go.
I often find with these penalties, when I get 2 together or 3 together in short succession, and then I'll get another one.
Yeah,
about
lots
5
of
or 6 laps
concentration.
later, yeah. And I was going to say, Alpha Stunts has 9 seconds of penalties, and NASCAR has 3.
Right.
So
NASCAR is still in the net lead at the moment, but Alpha Stunts is pulling away.
Looks like Anthony. Sorry guys, Anthony's just been gone by big knockouts. There's a big tyre difference on them, so. There's a bit of team orders there. Fair play to the guys. I think Haas might be doing well to kind of look at that maybe for the next time with their pit stop, But I know, sure, what are you meant to do?
The point I was going to make there was I've seen, and there's another one now. In the space of probably a lap and 3/4, I've seen 6 3-second penalties flash up on my screen now. It was 4. When I was going to say there was 4 within the space of a lap, and I've seen, there's Spectre with another, there's Craigie with another.
Craigie with one there. Janie Mac, this should be, who's keeping count on this bottom bit there? I tell you, it'll be interesting to see what the race director has to say at the end of this one. So we were having a look here at the chat here. We got Payne saying, yo, how are you getting on, Payne, to things? Ken saying, yo, as well. Equaz, the return of Payne's. Then we got Spider-Man again, always keep it in there, a bit of banter, a bit of crack. Yeah. Knocko's on the move. Well,
can't argue with that.
That's it.
I have to say, it's nice to see the Alfa Romeo leading the Grand Prix, make it a double.
A
Russia double.
Depends if he throws it away.
That's it, it depends if he gets another penalty and throws away the race win,
Too soon.
Yeah.
With only 6 laps to go now, NASCAR is 5.1 behind. I know there's penalties involved there, lads, but as well as that, you know yourselves, when you're on the track, you want to win it on the track. Let the penalties sort themselves out. You got bragging rights then, So,
you see the table though, the following 2 days later, the bragging rights disappear quite quick when you see you have 18 and the other guy has 25,
Ah, man, so, I definitely finished P6 there on Monday, even though I got 10th with my 24 fantastic seconds worth of penalties. Which I probably gained about a second's worth, all told.
Well, I legitimately finished P5 and I was 15 seconds over penalties with you, Lemony, but I think the gap was over that anyway, so it was, even without your penalties, it was still over that, so I'm happy enough with it. I'm not really anything. I think penalty free for me would have been P2.
Craigie's in the pit lane. Sorry guys, the cut in front of you there. He's after pitting out of a very strong. He's only on 4 lap all softs as well.
Could have had a bit of wing damage, or maybe trying to go for the fastest lap, but he isn't. He doesn't really have the gap to stay in the top 10 for that point to count, So.
The Alfa Romeo getting close. Albero on TKD man. Albero on the nice fresh softs, and TKD man on worn out mediums, 9 lap on mediums. Just a bit of pace difference there, alright.
Just going back to Craigie there in the pit lane. I was watching him, and he's had an absolute mare there. It looks like he served a penalty whilst in the pit lane. So to add another 5 seconds onto it, so it looks like that might be why he tried to do it.
It'll be interesting to see what he has to say after this race now. Being our driver, import driver.
Just looking at this now, Alpha Stunts has just bridged that 6 second gap, so technically right now he is now leading the race, going by the penalties. If that's the way it stays, there's still another 5 laps to go. So
we have Bon Candy and TKD man side by side. TKD man the inside, hard braking into the hairpin, makes a stick. Lovely manoeuvre there.
It's almost been disqualified from multiple penalties.
Oh, well, we have our first guy out there. Tilmer, another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings after he got disqualified.
If you're going to do it, you do it. If you're going to do it, you do it like that.
It's Codemasters coding for you. Yellow flag sector 2.
I think, gentlemen, I may have got my sums wrong with NASCAR. It looks like he's got 6 seconds and Alpha has 9, so he only needs a 3-second gap.
Side by side between Albero and Boncandy. Sorry guys again. Albero on the inside with the soft meat, with the fresh soft as well.
Anthony Stan is playing himself.
I was about to say that as well. Go on, Shane.
Oh yeah, he's now winning the DRS zone of NASCAR fan, and
we're on board with him now.
We'll get him at the start. Well, if he doesn't get him here, we'll be getting him more than likely into turn 2. So we'll have a look here. He's pretty close to him.
DRS going for the outside braking maneuver. Oh, it's dodged. NASCAR's into the wall. Is he on the outside? He's after definitely running out of talent there into the braking zone.
I was going to say, if I'm NASCAR there and you see this guy coming along catching, yeah, you're not going to give the position away, but you don't want to lose too much time fighting a guy that you know is a losing battle as such. You know what I mean? So you also have to think of Bubbers there, who's
in
now
the clutches
within the
now.
DRS zone. Yeah, so he could lose. He could throw away a podium here from fighting a battle that you probably shouldn't. You know. But Anthony Stan now 6.6 seconds off the lead. He's on a set of softs that are going to get him to the end, and yeah, it's going to be quite interesting towards the end of this race, and then penalties as well. We know that Alpha Stuns has 9 seconds. Anthony Stan, depending on what he has, could be really fighting for this over the next 4 laps.
Looking at the penalty count, Anthony Stan had a 5-second penalty and a 3-second penalty, so he may very well have served his 5 seconds with his pit stop.
Yeah.
So it should.
If you can see when that 5 second was served,
it was the very first lap. Yeah.
Right, and so he stopped 6 laps ago. Yeah.
So at the moment, Anthony Stan needs to be within 6 seconds to take the lead, and he's that right now.
He's in that right now. Yeah.
Look at that. 5.8 behind him on track, but yeah,
just got to keep it tidy.
That's it. Keep it within the white lines.
And let the tyres let the tyres be the pace for you here now.
Yeah.
5.6 now as well. So yeah, he's 5.5. He's gaining 10 here, there, and everywhere. Looks like we're on board here with Bubbers here. He's 9 tenths behind NASCAR fan. He's still within that DRS, but will he be able to? The hards should be coming into their own now, considering the mediums are on 15 laps for NASCAR.
Yeah, that's true. And the leader as well is on 17 lap old, but 20 laps, especially from these medium tyres, they didn't start in these tyres. There's no qualifying laps on these. These mediums should get 20 laps. Like, that's when they're starting to get to that 60% wear. Is about 60% wear is at 20 lap mark. So they shouldn't be too bad.
Don't forget Bubba's wing damage as well. So
yeah, Bubba's a 10th of a second now. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Bubba's piling the pressure.
Wing damage from his little runoff there.
NASCAR defending the inside. Bubba's maybe trying to go around the outside, but he'll always get squeezed out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bubba's will have to try and just stick behind him now through this right-left sequence and try and get a good exit onto the back straight now with the ERS and the DRS wide open, then hopefully form. NASCAR under increasing pressure. It doesn't look like, as you say, he's got any front wing damage from Bubbers. You can definitely see the front left end plate is missing from that car. The DRS wide open now. Are they going to be side by side coming into the braking zone again? It looks like the Bubbers is pulling out to the outside. NASCAR defending the inside. Bit of a squeeze going on. Yeah, he's always going to get run out there. Good, great racing by the two boys. It's Mickey Mouse chicane. It's easy to lose time on that. You know, you need to get a good run out of that right-hander there, but.
And this is where NASCAR should be using to pull away. He's on the softer tyre, which albeit, well, they're the same. We're put on at the same lap, but he's on a softer tyre, but he doesn't have the wing damage what Bubbers has, and Bubbers is following that dirty air as well. So you can see he's about 8 tenths. He was right up his gearbox, and now he's still within the DRS zone, but he did get a bit of breathing space there, so he didn't have to really defend in turn 1.
That's it, like we're on the penultimate lap now. We'll only get one more chance into that turn 1 braking zone, and also NASCAR fan keeping the pressure, keeping his head under the pressure, I should say. Great drive again.
I'd say Buggers has ruined that contact there with who was it actually? Was it a TKD man, wasn't it, earlier on in the race?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously that caused a spin, and if you look at it, even with the wing damage that he has, even if you just take the time he lost from the wing damage and not the spin, he's only about 10 seconds off the lead. You know, and obviously he probably lost, how much time would you lose in the spin? Probably from being facing the wrong way, you could lose 5-10 seconds, no problem there as well. So
I was going to say 7.
But like, so you say 7 seconds for the spin, and he's probably losing, you know, a couple of tenths a lap with the wing damage. He'd be right thereabouts with Alpha Stunts for this.
And a touch more as well for the compounded tyre.
Yeah.
Until they come until the hards are proper in prime condition and the mediums are dropping off like they are now.
Yeah, they would be now. Yeah.
Bubber's within 7 tenths now.
3
8
seconds.
tenths.
Yeah. Right within this DRS. This is pretty much as he does get a good run out of 1 and 2 as well. I noticed the last 2 laps on him, and he's thereabouts into actually be 2 and 3, I should say. Turn 4 is the long left. Technically turn 1 is
good run out of there now. He's got to gain a good few tenths. He's only 4 tenths behind him. Just doesn't look close enough.
Been very good here.
3 tenths now. Get a good run through this right-hander. Shane, go ahead.
Yeah. Realistically, he only has one more chance unless he's going to go for something bold. And same as I said earlier on with that move with TKD, man, this is the lap where you're going to take a bit more risk, not in lap 10, 11, you know what I mean, where you've so much more of this race to go. It's just after a safety car, there's a lot of cars close by. But now it all depends on his exit out of here.
You've got a good
slight compromise with his wing damage and being in dirty air, but it looks like he got that pretty cleanly. I think this move is on. He's only 3 tenths off. He should be in a very good position now, and he has a fair bit of airs from what I can see. Going for around the outside. NASCAR squeezed him a bit there. That gap was never going to remain.
It was always going to close, yeah. Sorry guys, I'm going to jump to Anthony Stan. Alpha Stone is literally just past the finish line there, and look at this, there we go. We were right with, you guys are right with the times. Anthony Stan has come away with the Grand Prix win with Alpha Stone in 2nd place. NASCAR picked up 3rd with Bubbers in 4th.
Great drive from NASCAR.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Well, we'll say with Bubbers, that was for position, that battle between NASCAR and Bubbers, because that 3-second penalty Bubbers got was in the last corner. Yeah. So if you think about it,
wow,
that would have been a 1/10 of a second gap between the two, you know. So
I'm sure Anthony Stan's glad he stayed in the session now.
Yeah, definitely. What a fantastic drive by him as well, you know. You see, he was compromised at the start of the race as well, wasn't he? So to come back in the race, fantastic.
Knockos as well, 23 laps on them hards, but it's, they're just getting into the groove there now, aren't they, the hards?
Yeah. Got another 20 laps on those
impressive.
Happy to be here doing another few donuts. Broken front wing. I'd say it's more taking his frustration out than anything else, to be honest, today.
Yeah. And there's Mala there. Mala 27, he's coming around to finish his debut race in Force. He was racing in the points earlier on, and he did qualify in Q3, so...
Mala wasn't doing too bad in fairness. He was in there, yeah.
He was, and I know that...
with a point as well. Sorry to interrupt, Bono Candy with a point there for his debut.
Fantastic,
I believe, in this
Happy to be here, he's been disqualified, and there we go. Malia in 13th, rounds out the grid.
There we go.
What a race, NASCAR.
Fan, I would agree with that. From where he started to where he finished, podium position. Yeah, fantastic.
Malia's left this session, but there's the guys there now on 1st, 2nd and 3rd on the podium. We see them spraying the champagne now, and as always, their country flags on top of where they are. We got a Scotsman, an American, and someone from the UK there in the podium positions. Congratulations to the guys.
Yeah, fantastic joy by all three in the podium there. We still have Craigie in the party, do we? Does Craigie want to kind of give us a roundup of his race? Saying there he didn't finish in the points.
Who has the most penalties? Sorry, Shane. And we've got a 17 one there.
Well, Tilmore got disqualified for them.
Yeah, 30 seconds. But we got a 17-second one there from Alberto, pushing hard. We beat you the other day, but sure, look. Not something you want to win.
Do you want to fill us in there about your race?
Yeah, Craig.
Well, a lot of connection issues. I was getting penalties right, left, and centre. I wasn't off track. I had two pit lane ones when I'm going to take a clip which you'll see. I literally stopped dead as I went to the line and got a penalty.
Jesus, this game.
So it was just having connection issues. It was just unreal. So I just went for the fastest lap, which I think I got.
You did indeed, Craig. You did indeed.
11. So
yeah, it doesn't count, but it was good fun. Just bad connection. I think it's just really bad.
And will you be back in your tier 1 seat next week?
I will be available for both races next week.
Oh, brilliant!
I'm become a really old man tomorrow next week, so I am taking the week off.
Oh, fantastic!
Lovely.
Looking forward to watching you on track next week. So,
thanks for having us.
Thanks very much, Craig. Appreciate the driver insight there through qualifying and then through the race, and hard luck with the connection issues. But we look forward to seeing you next week.
I'll see you again soon.
I'm just going to get Anthony Stan into the party if he can join. 1 second, just see if he can talk here. Just explain about his race and how it went for himself. And I invite him to the party. I actually don't think it will happen. I actually am friends with him on this, so probably won't be able to get him in. But yeah, it's good, great race. Lot of action, fair bit of carnage. Complete opposite of in terms of this was a dry race. There wasn't any safety cars in tier 1. There was two safety cars?
VSC, there's a VSC and one safety car.
VSC and a safety car, yeah. So but both races were fantastically entertaining anyway, so
yeah,
really enjoyed it.
Some great battles up and down the field today with at the end there with NASCAR and Bubbers as well, and it was a pity at the start of the race the grid got separated into two under the VSC, but with the safety car they all got brought back together, and totally different strategies with the guys out in front not pitting on their used mediums, and then everyone behind them pitting for a fresh set of hards or mediums, and then the soft drivers then with the drivers who didn't stop it under the safety car switching onto the softs and making their way back through. It was great.
Yeah, fantastic. So we're on to Suzuka next week. Sorry, crew, you go ahead.
No, I'm just agreeing with what Gav just said. Not a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shane, it's Suzuka next week, is it?
Not looking forward to it, but sure, it has to be done. We're 5 races now to the end of the season. It's getting squeaky bum time now. So it's all about consistency, and especially with these guys, I suppose we're what, race 17, 18 of our championship in tier 1. This is be round 5.
This is round 4. This is round 4. We've just done round 17 in Russia.
Yeah, so there is an awful lot more to play for in the tier 2 championship. There's still an awful lot of people that can say fight for the championship and constructors championships and stuff like that. So it will be interesting. As I know in the tier 1 championship, the constructors there's a big gap there between first and second, but that doesn't necessarily mean that anyone else is fighting for, if someone in P10 might be fighting as hard as anyone to get P9, or you know what I mean. So there's still an awful lot to play for, and bragging rights, and so yeah, the next 5 races in both tiers are going to be really, really entertaining, and
the back of the season now with ourselves, and normally with the tier 2 guys as well. Normally it'd be the end of the season also. So yeah, it's important to keep your head. Not,
We'll say
not
Eltamar having a DNF today, actually, you know, Eltamar last week looked like he was going to dominate, you know, and he did dominate last week's race and was fantastic, but him having the well, again, what would happen in qualifying if he was able to set a lap would be different, obviously. We don't know whether he would have got pole, but he obviously wouldn't have been starting P10. So, with that DNF today, that changes an awful lot. Other people now, you know, that might have been thinking that he was going to run away with it. You know, it kind of brings him back down to earth a bit. And some guys now would have got some good points that might pull the gap on him, you know. So, sure, we'll see how it goes.
You think you're going to run away with the championship? Not.
He's already ran away with the bloody championship.
Who are you talking about now? Eltamar?
All right.
I want about you.
Just look at 2010. Just all I'm going to say is 2010. Sebastian Vettel only led after one race, and that was the last race of the season.
Oh, here we go. We can talk about this all night.
At any other point from start till the last race, and the only time he led it was at the end of Abu Dhabi. So there's an awful lot of racing to go.
To quote the great man,
if it was Mercedes, then we'd be putting team orders into place. But sure, we're not Mercedes, we're Alfa Romeo. So.
Well, to quote the great man in that race there, Shane, thank you guys. Ooh. Tonight's been fantastic, absolutely brilliant. So, any final thoughts then, lads, or are we good? Are we good with that?
Well, I think that's basically it for me. Anyways, I kind of mentioned the point there about Eltamar and the championship is wide open.
That was another fine, well-seasoned omelette that we all managed to turn
I tell you, the stewards definitely have their hands full with a few cracked eggs there.
Sushi next week. Some sushi next week.
Yes.
Wait, some sashimi. Yeah. Oh yes, absolutely.
The land of the rising sun. All right, everybody. Thank you very much indeed, guys, for Shane and crew for joining myself in the commentary booth today. This has been the PLR.
Pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Appreciate it. This has been the PLR F1 Racing League Tier 2 Round 4 race from Russia. Thanks again, and we'll see you all next week at the same time, same game. All the best.